The question we're asking today is, what's the difference between oxidative stress in babies versus adults? And by way of reminder, oxidative stress is what happens when your body is fighting off something. Maybe your immune system gets agitated. We call that inflammation. And it uses a burning reaction, or an oxidation reaction is what the fancy chemical term is, to deal with stuff. And if you are trying to deal with too much at once, you get oxidative stress. So the difference between babies and adults is it's fairly simple. One of the things that you've got to think about is that the baby is more sensitive. So if you put a chemical into a baby, the baby is going to have a lot more trouble than the adult. And this has to do with the liver. So the adult liver is pretty tough. It can deal with a lot of chemicals, but those chemicals in the baby, it cause more problems because the baby's liver is really only meant to deal with mother's milk, not a bunch of chemicals from the environment. It could be, contaminants in the drinking water. It could be contaminants in the food. It could be medicines that we give the baby, all these kinds of things. So that's one of the issues. Now, the other issue is that if you put something in a baby that's causing oxidative stress, or if the baby just has oxidative stress for all kinds of reasons, maybe they get an infection and have to have a lot of antibiotics, then you're looking at causing problems as the baby's body is being formed, especially the brain. So these kinds of things can cause long-term effects on brain function. There's a lot of famous scientists that look at the long-term effects of causing oxidative stress on a developing brain or a baby's brain. So whereas in an adult, the brain is already built. It's like a house that's already there. If it gets a little bit of damage, you can fix it. Whereas if you damage things while you're building them, you end up with, it's called infrastructure damage. The building can just be weakened, and that can last for the entire lifetime of the building. And that's the basic differences between inflammation and oxidative stress in babies versus adults.